Hello everybody and welcome back to Stealwing33 Plays Monster Hunter World. My name is Stealwing33 and today, ladies and gentlemen, we beat the shit out of a kulu-ya-ku yesterday. And I think we are on our way to fighting a Pukei-Pukei. Today, we're going to be playing with the dual blades because I am curious about them. And I think it will be lots of fun. Alright, Hunter, the Pukei-Pukei hunt is on. Once you've hunted the target, the scholars will be able to get a closer look at the evidence you found. I cannot stress enough how vital taking out the Pukei-Pukei is for the commission. This would be a break we've been waiting for.
We're the ones to get it done.
Good luck and be careful. Alright, cool. Speak to handler. Let's get this show on the road, shall we?
Hey there.
Shall we indeed? Looks like we're going our separate ways. See you later, field team commander guy. To establish yourself as a reliable presence, I'd like to make a request. When investigating large monsters, you can either slay or capture them. Naturally, both have their scientific merits, but frankly, well, it would be better for the long-term research to receive a live specimen that we can later return to the wild. So if you capture your quarry alive, you will be commended for it and receive greater rewards. Commission's rule. How about it? Capture the target instead of slaying them and do all that shit. Okay, well, we're going to need to get the materials together to do that. This guy wants us to research Grimmelkins, which are palicos that live out in the wild. And then, so yeah, we'll deal with that later. I think we'll probably focus on anything on the side stuff. I might do it off camera. Like, you guys don't want to watch me follow a fucking palico around in the forest for an hour and a half. I wouldn't want to watch that, and I'm making the content, so like, you know. We'll pick up some of these other quests while we're here. This guy, the chef wants this guy to get ingredients, which means we need to bring him a moss swine hide. Luckily, we're going to the right place for that. And then the chef always has quests for us to expand the canteen, which is always nice. We're talking about, we're gonna get max gains. I'm gonna sit down on the counter. So this guy just told us we can get our pre-hunt meals, basically. I gotta bulk up the canteen a little bit more. Take care of the fungal flexin in the ancient forest. Alright, cool. So deliver 20 gourmet mushrooms. We can make that happen. Not now, obviously. A lot of the like side stuff, like buffing up the canteen and stuff, I might do off camera. Unless you guys want to see them, let me know. I don't give a shit. If you guys want to watch me dig up mushrooms for an hour, I don't care. I'll do it. It's content's content for me. But let's get on to this Pukei-Pukei hunt. Let's go ahead and dunk this boy. I know the Pukei-Pukei has a tendency to spawn in that northern quadrant, quadrant 6, because it's near the poison caps. And that's what the Pukei-Pukei likes to eat in order to get ready to fight you. We're not going to wait for other players. If somebody joins us, cool. I just need... so the problem is we don't have very many good foods right now. So I kind of want one that gives me health, but also gives me attack up. No? Alright, well then we'll go with attack up. Small with a meat platter. That's fine. We'll watch the cats. Alright, look for my drink for a second. We all know cats are so cute. Perfect. Num num. It's really funny to watch your character eat while you're wearing the Kestodon gloves, because the Kestodon gloves have that giant like stabby bit on the one hand. And, like, that stab even doesn't do anything. I think it lets you slide. That's, like, where the slide affinity buff comes from it. But, it's really funny because it, like, cuts into your face a lot when you're trying to eat. But, that's alright. So, my plan for this series is I wanna, at minimum, go all the way up to Zora Magdaros on this save file. My like personal save file's slowly pulling away from it, but it really shouldn't affect this gameplay very much because these weapons I'm using, combined with the fact that like I'm purposely using weapons I'm not comfortable with like at all, should be fine. We don't really have a lot of potions, but I don't foresee us really needing a lot of potions. So I was like, worst case scenario, I can also grab some potions. There we go. Oh, there's a moss swine. I need one of your hides. Sorry, Mr. Moss Swine. You must die for the greater good. Hopefully we get a Moss Swine hide off of this guy. Just make that easy. Boom. Easy. Alright. Anyway, there were feathers back here, right? I thought they said that there were feathers back here. Old footprints, toxic mucus. Alright, we are definitely going the right way. Which is nice. That's a Pukei-Pukei foot. And there it is up there. Yeah. Alright. I'm glad I've gotten a pretty decent handle on where a lot of these monsters are. There's a couple that I'm not super familiar with. Because they aren't very good for the weapon type that I'm using on my like personal file. I got hit at some point during all of this, apparently. I was not aware of that. Good work, Jojo. Keep it up, buddy. Ugh. Alright, we do need to be careful against the Pukei-Pukei because a lot of its attacks will poison us if we're not careful. It's also the first monster we're going to fight that really hits like a truck. This thing will mess us up if we're not careful. Booyah! Woohoo! I like these things. So I probably would never use these to fight anything past this section of the game. But they're so much fun. And if you can get that spinning blade attack, so you have to go from a slide into the attack. But if you get it from the head, you can get to the tail and cut off the tail potentially because it's slash damage. I apparently mounted this. I was not aware that I was able to do that. There's a lot of stuff about this game that I'm still not terribly familiar with. A lot of it because I've been using the charge blade for so long. And the charge blade has a very, like... The charge blade has a very good, but very basic moveset. It pretty much covers all the bases. But... Oh, like, it doesn't, like, fly a lot, right? Like, there's not a lot to it. Ugh. I'm trying to cut its tail off if you're wondering what it is I am doing here. There it is. Get away from this. Throw a mega potion here. Stay away from the explosive poison bullets that it shoots out at us. I think the problem I have with the dual blades a lot of the time is the fact that the dual blades have a tendency to send you flying all over the place while you're using them. Makes them a little bit hard to control, especially for somebody like me. I've been playing with a weapon that essentially you stand still while you use it. Like, I'm having a little trouble with it. But I do like these things. They're cool. They do make you feel like a little bit of a weeb when you run around with... If you run around in demon mode... Go full Naruto mode. I hit the button a second before my character started sliding. I'm trying to decide, I think we gotta be a little careful because I am worried about the Andranth coming in and fucking our shit up while we're here. I also really need to remember that, like, this weapon does a lot more damage in demon mode than it does in the other modes. Easy to... Where you running, boy? Are you blind? Did I blind you? I don't think I blinded you. I haven't fired a flash shell at you. These things are the Pukei-Pukei is a lot of fun to fight. Hey, don't get poisoned. I also need to sharpen my weapon pretty badly here. Is it running away? Where's it going? Oh, it's gotten into a brawl with a Jagras in there. It's like... Fun fact, Jagras, super not great against poison. If you're ever curious about how I feel about Jagras. Jagras, not particularly difficult to fight. It is like the first monster in the game, so, you know, it's not for nothing, but it is fairly easy to fight. Yo, bigger wasp me. There we go. Let's go. Let's actually go. Come on. Give it to me more. Oh, yeah. We're messing this thing up now. Get out of here. Not even a contest. Like, I don't want the red pit because there's a piercing pod nearby. I do want the fucking piercing pod because the piercing pod does a lot of damage. Staggers the monster if you hit them in the head with it. Flying away? Aw, you bastard. Where are you going? I thought we were having a good time. You shoot poison at me, I go crazy on your face for a little while. Bing, bang, boom. Let's grab this camp while we're nearby. There's a camp in this tree trunk. That's very good for when you're hunting Anjanth.
I think we could build the camp here.
Because the Anjanth always spawns in Zone 8. It's always the first place it spawns in, so you should definitely... If you're hunting Anjanth, that's where you want to spawn in. So if you're fighting Kulu-ya-ku, you want to go to the other place. If you're hunting Jagras, you actually want to go to the original camp, because there's a spot right near the original camp where the Jagras always spawns in. That's a Rathalos. Oh, God. That's not great. Well, hopefully the Pukei-Pukei decides to leave the area, because I really don't want to rumble with this thing. Hey, yeah, just keep it up. I'm just gonna get these bones. You guys just keep doing that. Yeah, I was like, I'm really hoping the Pukei-Pukei bails out of this area, because I don't want to fuck with no Rathalos right now. Not at all. Not at all. That thing will fuck us up. A low-rank Rathalos can still do a pretty decent number on my main series, like my main hunter. I can't even imagine. This guy would get beat up. He's still wearing chainmail pants. Can't even, man. Can't even. I'll go ahead and sharpen for a second while we catch up to the Pukei-Pukei here. That fucking Rathalos going back towards the Pukei-Pukei? Get out of here. I do not want to fight you. I should have picked up that flash bug while we were running by. There's another one right there. Son of a bitch. Oh no, the Pukei-Pukei's in like a bad place. Alright, well, let's get this taken care of then. Like, it's mostly dead, so... There we go.
You did it! Now the commander can send someone else to see that slide.
Easy. Alright. That wasn't so bad. You know, these things could go way worse. These things could go way worse. I've had them go way worse. Ugh. Pukei-Pukei tail? Cool. We might be able to make a really decent pair of dual blades out of Pukei-Pukei stuff. So that might be a monster that I put on farm for a little while. Really grind these things into a pulp. Go ahead and grab these Rathalos stuff while we're nearby. I don't think there's any bone piles in the area. I guess there's a flower bed nearby. We'll grab that. The flower bed adds food to your canteen. As do a lot of the things in the game. It's always worth it to sort of pick up stuff. Wiggly Itachi. Itchy. Wiggly Itchy. That bug, if you eat it, it gives you a buff, so you lose stamina slower. Which is super useful, especially if you're new to a fight, trying to figure it out. 100% try to find yourself a Wiggly Itachi or Wiggly Itchy before you go and rumble with whatever it is. We got a lot of good stuff out of that. There was a Pukei-Pukei sack in there. This weapon's really good. I'm really enjoying the dual blades right now. Just from like a purely fun thing, I think. It's just like, I don't know, you get to do all this crazy shit and just freak out on top of them, mess them up real bad. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Alright. You know, I'm really enjoying this game. I've been playing it a lot off camera, like just like on my own time. It's like become like the thing that I'm playing the most.
You've done well.
Excellent work putting down that Pukei-Pukei. I knew I'd put the task in the right hands. Just to catch up, we're hot on the trail of Zora Magdaros now. But there's more to figure out. I need the 5th to protect our scholars while they investigate. I'm putting you in charge of the Wildspire Waste. The quest will begin once you've convened on site. Alright.
It's time to begin the Elder Dragon investigation. Make sure you know what you need to do.
So now we need to protect the scholars. Let's regroup at the Wildspire Waste.
I think that means we have to go on an expedition to the Wildspire Wastes. Which will be good. Hunt brute wyverns. Alright, well, let's complete some deliveries. Because we have this thing, which we can do to get that camp up and running. We have this, which we can do to get King Truffles in the canteen. All of that stuff, it's like slow incremental progress, but like a lot of that will end up with, there are foods you can take that you can eat before combat that give you maximum, like your maximum health, which normally you have to take things like nutrients to get, which you make using bitter bugs and blue mushrooms. And so it's really cool to like, it's cool for me to see like that kind of stuff because I don't know, it's just fun. Where can we not make Pukei-Pukei stuff? That's a Giratodos. We need more earth crystals to make that. This is Anjan. Or is this Giratodos? I don't know. That's weird. Is there not a Pukei-Pukei tree? That's interesting. I would have figured there would have... I really, like, if you had asked me, I'd have figured that there was, a Pukei-Pukei tree for these. Well, we can make... We'll stick with these for now. And then let's go on this mission. We'll do this mission. Post a new quest. Assign missions. The best kind of quest, which is actually an expedition. Hold on a second. I just want to... For my own sanity, and so that way nobody accuses me of cheating here. This is what we're gonna do. We don't really need to go eat, but we got money, and eating's like super cheap. And the stamina boost alone is probably worth it. Oh no, see, look, now we're starting to get stuff that like actually gives us like a good meal. So like that'll give us bonus health and bonus stamina when we enter the thing. You can get up to 50 of both. So 20 is like not great, but we're getting there, right? We're starting to actually see stuff that gives us a bonus that's like worth a damn, which is nice. Alright, let's get on with it. On with the show. You know what I should have done? I should have checked if we had new armor that I could make. Damn, because we got a lot of material out of that Pukei-Pukei. You know, I was like almost positive we were going to get a weapon that I can make out of Pukei-Pukei with the dual blades. Something that causes poison, but I guess not. That's interesting. Because, like, the Charge Blade doesn't have a kulu-ya-ku weapon. Like, you can't make... There's the kulu-ya-ku's worthless. So's the Paloma, which is why I've never actually fought... I fought both of those maybe 5 times, like, between the two of them. But... Well, Wild Spire Wastes. This is a fun area. A lot of cool monsters here.
Okay. Got it?
Righteous.
We've waited this long to get our hands on the evidence we need. Don't get us killed now, Hunter.
I hardly slept a wink last night. I'm so excited to go out and see this new piece of evidence.
The slag was found in the desert area of the Wildspire. Guide us there safely, partner.
I will try. You lot have a tendency to get in trouble for no reason. Pick up some of these herbs.
One thing's for sure, the environment here is completely different from the ancient forest.
Yes,
Accurate statement.
The Wildspire waste features a mixture of dry land and swamps, which naturally supports its own unique ecosystem.
The thing I don't understand about the Wildspire Waste is how you can have a swamp next to a desert, because like swamps normally require like heavy rainfall to exist. They require like high amounts of moisture, and deserts require the reverse of that.
Hey, look! A waterfall!
The water
Like the ambient
filters down through the sand and collects in the lower areas, thus creating a mire.
Oh, great. We get to go uphill now.
See, but like that doesn't make sense, because like the water down there would stop a lot of these rock formations from existing. You'd end up with an area similar to like the Grand Canyon or something, right? Where it's like a heavily forested area with like a lower rocky outcrop section, right? But not a desert. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Let's put on our capture net here. Catch us a spider. Thank you.
Look
A
at
Varpanoid.
that insect. Is that some type of beetle?
The wildlife here are quite resilient creatures. They have adapted excellently to the dry climate.
Even the plants have learned to survive. The fruit scattered throughout the area has a hard shell that helps retain moisture.
Well, there you go. We learned something today. You always want to try to collect stuff, especially when you're new to an area. Because you never know what's going to end up being useful. Flash bugs, always useful. They turn into flash pods. I thought there was something up here, but there is, but it's just like a nice vista. There's also ivy up there, which we can use to make nets.
Dear me, we made it. Can we have a break now?
No.
Look, the Wildspire. That's where we'll find what we came for.
But we still have a ways to go.
Well, on we go.
Onward and outward. Come on, guys. Put your backs into it.
Downhill might be worse. This is so heavy.
Yo, if the cart's heavy, how you guys gonna haul that shit back? You fools. I should have brought some Apathos or something. Or more hunters. Either way. I don't know what this is. Gold Herocrodone. Let's bring good luck. Hercudrome. Sorry, Hercudrome.
Viv,
The fuck was that?
did you hear that?
Everyone, be careful. Mind checking it out for us there, partner?
That sounded... Was that a Rathian? I don't think that was a Rathian. I really hope it wasn't a Rathian. I don't remember.
No, dear me, Rathian!
Jumpin' Jackies! A Rathian!
Everybody chill out.
You know what this means, my friends. In times like these, it is important to stay calm.
And run for your life!
Go, go, go. Just move on through. You might be able to use your slinger to create some kind of noise and distractor.
Let's distract it. Keep it away from the scientists here. Oh.
Go, go, go!
Everybody run. Later, nerd. I didn't like getting slingered in the face, apparently.
That was horrifyingly close.
It was fine. Y'all are just babies.
I'll have no fury like a Rathian scorn. Well, like any Rathian, actually.
But she could provide the commission with valuable data. Hunter, I couldn't trouble you for a sample, could I?
Maybe later, bro. Maybe later. For now, let's focus on not getting dunked. How about that?
I was aware that Zora Magdaros was an enormous beast, but I am in shock over how gargantuan it really is.
Yes, it certainly seems to exceed the measurements in all the guild's writings.
Yeah, these guys are
How
interesting.
many years does it take for a beast like this to grow to such an enormous size?
Scatternut, super good. It's it like bursts when you hit something in the face with it, which can cause it to get like staggered a little, which is
look,
nice.
Apceros.
An herbivore native to this region. Wait, why are they running?
They look scared.
See, when Apceros feel threatened, they assume a defensive posture.
Whatever's out there, it could be a danger to us too. We have to be careful.
Yes, we do.
Finally. I thought we'd never get here.
Look at it. Glorious. It is absolutely massive. What a magnificent specimen.
I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't really paying attention the first time I did this. I'm listening to them because they actually are talking about a lot of interesting stuff. Like just like about like the entomology of the area and stuff like that, which is kind of cool.
The evidence is within sight. You've done a fine job, Hunter.
Like I didn't know that this thing was the Wild Spire. Thought it was just a big
Let's
rock.
see what kind of present Zora Magdaros has left for us.
Definitely something in the area. Definitely something big.
Keep pushing.
All right.
Oh, look over there. Another clue.
Me first. Eureka!
Hey, fucking scholars are hilarious. It's a Barroth.
Jumping jaggies! It's a Barroth! Run for your life!
Follow me.
Get him out of here, I'll deal with this. Ka!
Come on.
You wanna go, boy? Let's fight! You can now use the SOS flare. Well, fuck you, I don't need to.
You have to take down that barrel.
Ow!
Don't worry.
Alright, this thing might actually kill us, though. We gotta be careful. We have to be careful though, because so the Barroth does hit really hard, especially compared to the other monsters we fought. But the big thing is, you see that goo that it just like shook off of its body? If we get stuck in that, it'll make it so we can't move temporarily, which can be a problem. major problem if we're not careful. So we can break that off, which is nice. We can also break off a lot of its armor, but we have to just be aware of the fact that, like, if we're not careful, especially since I can't block, we have to just be mindful of where we're standing and how we're dodging. Ugh. And don't get me wrong, we can mess this thing up pretty bad by, like, making it run onto the sand trap that I know is over there. It's also on the map, if you're wondering. Easy does it. Come on. Ooh. Oh no, I'm stunned. Oh no. Oh god. Please don't kill me. Give me a minute. Fucking head thing is super annoying. Up. Oh, there we go. Let's see if we can trap this thing to the ground. Because we're not breaking its head. Its head's way too hard. Even like that, like, we barely did any damage to it there because I was on its skull while I was attacking it. I also really need to repair my weapon here. This thing is mad as hell. I mean, don't get me wrong, I can tell why. I am slashing the hell out of it. But, you know, little things. Ugh. It looks so cool, but it's so hard to perform. Oh, it's getting away. Okay, follow it. We also need to sharpen our weapon before we catch up to it. Slash, let's do it now, while we're waiting. It's gonna run to wherever it's gonna run and stop, so there's no reason for us to, like, hard chase it. We should stop, sharpen our weapon, and then catch up to it. We're also slightly faster than it when it's not charging. Come on, there we go.
That's gonna put a damper on your stamina recovery.
Yeah, you don't say. We've broken up 2 of its legs pretty bad. What it looks like. Ugh. Water Blade blows when you're playing dual blades because it affects how long you can stay in Diva mode, which is no es bueno. Especially since I'm, like, still, although I'm getting better at it, I'm still, like, super unfamiliar with how this weapon works, like, accurately. Ugh. Not to mention the Barroth's, like, Barroth's the first enemy I think that gave me trouble when I played this by myself. But when I started playing the game, I was also using a switch axe when I first started. The switch axe is basically like a bad version of the charge blade, which some people are gonna take offense to, but that's how I feel about it. Although it is cool because you do get to do that cool elemental discharge thing, which is, like, pretty dope. It's pretty dope. And if you're intelligent about how you, like, the kinds of... I should not have picked. Did I not pick up? I think I might have forgotten to pick up my supplies from that chest. Ugh. Come back here, Barroth. You ain't getting away.
You can use scatter nut as slinger ammo. It's good for staggering monsters.
Apparently this is good for staggering monsters. Who'd have thought? Maybe it was that cutscene that I saw that when I staggered the Barroth. Can I get any higher stamina than this? No. Looks like we scared it all the way back to its like original home. I should probably take some time out and farm up parashrooms and shit so we can make traps and stuff.
Stuck in the mud. Get yourself out of that gunk before you do anything else.
There we go. Come on. Oh, god damn it! Fighting this thing with these with the twin blades is rough, man. Because when you have like the switch axe or something like that, it's like not that bad. It's annoying. Don't get me wrong. This guy's like probably the first enemy you fight who has like who basically has the ability to make you bounce off of them.
That's a thorn pot, a powerful type of slinger ammo. Attacking the part it's latched onto deals blunt damage.
Oh, come on. There we go. Weapon is losing its durability, not its durability, its sharpness. So we are starting to bounce off of this thing and not do very much damage, which is not great. Come on, there we go. We're doing really well right now. We're really putting out the hurt on this thing. Granted, these things don't hit very hard, but you know, little things. I know I could be using like the context menu, this one. I've just never gotten used to it, so like, I don't know. I'm just really good at moving and doing this at the same time. And yeah, it's definitely like the worst way to do it, but
You did it, partner.
you guys will forgive me if I don't care. Especially since, you know, this thing's dead as hell now. Go ahead and carve this up. Barroth shells, very useful. In particular, I think this thing's got good armor. I don't know if the dual blades actually have a Barroth weapon. The charge blade sure as hell did. So did the switch. Or no, the charge blade didn't. The switch axe did. The switch axe had a really good Barroth weapon. Thinking like a fucking truck. Had like it did non-elemental damage. Super good. Super good. Go ahead and pick up the Mega Potion there. Just a couple Mega Potions. Flame Nuts. Pick that up. Got some gunpowder. Level 2 gunpowder. Gunpowder is useful if you want to make barrel bombs, I believe. And then if you end up using it for like, what's the word I'm looking for? Bowgun ammo and stuff like that. I think it could be used to make explosive and sticky bowgun ammo, which makes it pretty good.
Oh, hey. Glad you're back. Oh, don't worry. I found a safe place for the scholars to hide. I guess I'll go round them up. Wait for us back at camp.
You there. Are you part of the Fifth Fleet? Then that means the Elder Crossing is upon us again. The years fly by faster than I can count them. I too am a hunter of the First Fleet. Might I trouble you to share your tale with me? Let's find a suitable place. So, my old friends are well. Praise be. It sounds like the good scholars are as incorrigible as ever. Might I ask, are you tracking the monster that dropped that massive slag?
Yes, weird sir, we are.
I as well. It seems so easy. Follow the trail, find the truth. Well, it has been a pleasure. Nearby you will find my camp. I trust it will be of some avail to you and the others. Please pass a message on to the commander that I am safe. But a force compels me on, and I intend to see where it takes me. If you too feel so compelled, then we will cross paths again at the end of all of this.
Was that who I think it was?
Alright. Well, we fought a Barroth. The Barroth was rough. I'm gonna be honest. That's a show of signs to. That's a sign of things to come, because from now on things are starting to have hard points on them. Like, I think the Giratodos, which I believe is the next monster we're gonna end up fighting, doesn't have hard points on it. But we're gonna start bumping into stuff that, like, well, we will not be able to just, like, go apeshit on it, right? There are a couple monsters later on that we'll be able to do that with, but, like, fighting a Rathian with the dual blades is gonna be hard, because, like, they don't really have, like, an upward attack, so I'm gonna have to bring flash pods and stuff to, like, knock them out of the sky if they decide to fly around and shit, which will be very important for Rathalos, because that dude likes to hover. He likes to flap and breathe fire and slap you with his tail and kick you in the head. And, you know, I can't even imagine fighting, like, a Diablos with dual blades. Sounds like a fucking nightmare, because everything on it's armored. Same thing with Radaban is another one. It's gonna just, like, it's just armored.
Good to see you.
We'll probably have a decent time against some of the other later monsters, but we'll see. Since you left, we've been charting all the evidence we've collected across the continent. The scholars think they'll be able to pinpoint Zor Magdaros' location soon. Until then, it seems like the scholar has gotten separated from his escort. I need the Fifth to go find him and guarantee his safety. The scholar was separated from his escort while collecting evidence in the Wildspire Waste. Alright,
Head to
cool.
the Wildspire Waste immediately.
We can make that happen. But we'll have to make that happen on the next episode. So for now, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys like what you saw, let me know. If you guys want to see more, don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date on when I post more videos. If you really like what you saw, leave a like. Helps the channel grow, helps me out a great deal. But of course, with that, thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next